Good afternoon, folks. This is Ultra Speaker coming back to you this evening. This is a very important information that's going around the internet. A friend of mine, T-Mont, who's running for Congress in Georgia, and from self-experiences, and this is about AIDS, and it's extremely important that you be careful who we have around our children, who you associate with, especially who you sleep with, because watch who you share your bed with. And I'm not bashing homosexuals, liberals, lesbians, whatever you do, that's your business. That's between you and God. But the point is, be careful who you share your bed with. It's extremely important. I'm going to give you a little bit of information. And it said, HIV, listen up people, especially Negroes. Every time you have blood drawn, you are tested. Here is the rub. If you ask for a test, they will give you the results. If you do not, you are tested anyway. Secretly, they will deny it. The result, sex, age, sexual preference, if disclosed, and race, provided to the CDC. And this, here we go. An estimated 1,122,900 individual adults and adolescents were living with HIV at the end of 2015. Of those 162,500, 15% had not received a diagnosis. Listen to this. How else do you think they'd know that gay black men are the fastest growing HIV population in America, equivalent to third world countries, being more specific in what they're saying in some African countries. By race, ethnicity, African Americans and Hispanics are disproportionately affected by HIV. In 2016, listen to this, African Americans represented 13% of the population, but accounted for 44% of HIV diagnosis. That's 17,528 cases. Oh my gosh. African Americans have the highest rate of HIV diagnosis compared to other races, ethnicities. Hispanics and Latinos represent 18% of the population and account for 25% of all HIV diagnosis. 9,766 cases. You see how different it costs. It's extremely important to be careful who you go into bed with. I myself, I've never liked that. There's nothing to gain out of it. When you're young, you see, feel your oats or wheat. But let's be extremely clear. This is 2018. When I was, well, I'm from New York, the Northeast. When I was growing up and I was in my young 20s, I've seen AIDS ravage the community in the late 70s, specifically in the early 80s. And now people are living with AIDS because you have treatment. And this is not about bashing. This is about we can do better. God said, be ye holy, for I am holy. The Bible says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. You take time to get to know a person. Get to know their habits, their likes and dislikes. And of all the parts of a relationship, communication is the most important thing. Find out who they were, who they are, and what are their likes and dislikes. Not meet somebody one night and you're hopping in the bed with them the next night. You don't know a bit more about them in the man in the moon. That's not God's way. If you're a child of God, you should know better than that. Okay, let's get on with this. Since Negro heterosexual females are a close second to homosexual Negro males, yes, okay, I won't read the rest of that. Here are some advice. Stop sleeping with switch-hitting men, especially if he's effeminate. This is what they're writing. You should see this. Get tested by request. Living with HIV is no longer a death sentence. You can, if you get treatment. And listen to this. Be careful of young men between 20 and 29 years of age. Beware especially of old men who like children. I used to see that they're being specific about this. And watch the 40 plus age group. And he said he have a, well, we can go on. Anyway, and in case if you're wondering, I'm HIV free. This is the person who posted this. But, you know, like I said, the Bible said, be ye holy. This is what the good Lord said, for I am holy. Now, like I said, this is not about bashing, but we can do better. As we are approaching the 50th anniversary of Dr. King's assassination, look how much we have fallen. I'm just going where I'm going to come back to this. We've integrated. Most of our businesses are gone. We have a 73% of all black children are born in a single parent household. This is not by accident. There was an attack on the black family structure. After the end of the civil rights movement and the beginning of the 70s, the black family structure was attacked. And all this ties in. That's why you have, in extremely poor communities, you have a high increased rate of a prison population. The neighborhood and where you live have a lot to do with it. That's a new study that's coming out. Well, this is nothing new. We already knew this. Do you know there's an extremely large amount, and I don't have the statistics before me, but I did this video before, that a lot of our black children are molested, and not by strangers, by people that we're bringing into the home. Do you understand that? We have not progressed in 150 years, and we're worse off now than we were in the 60s. In the late 60s, we had each other. We were united. We had businesses. More of our people were going to college. It was positive. And the main key is we kept God first. Do you understand that? But right now, we're attacking one another. The black on black crime is appalling. Black on black violence. Look at Detroit, Chicago, Memphis. As soon as something happens, the first thing they bring up is black on black violence and murder, the murder rate. You know, in Chicago, every weekend, you have a death count. That's black on black murder. They say they've never seen a race of people that are bent on destroying one another. We can do better than this. Do you understand that? Teach your children. If you need them for homeschooling, teach your children to be entrepreneurs. Let's build up our communities. Do you know how many children are living with HIV? That's appalling. And some of these children were molested. And not by strangers either. We can do better than this. God created us. We can do better. Be careful who you're sleeping with. That's why it is written, in all you're getting, get understanding. What did God say? Be ye holy, for I am holy. The Bible is written, it is written, when a man ways are pleasing to the Lord, even his enemies shall live at peace with him. It's something for these government agencies to do all kind of things and all this, and will not bring all these tests to light, to enlighten the black population or the Hispanics or the rest of them. They're doing things without our knowledge or permission. That's wrong. But God loves us though. Let's put God first and live right. You know, if we live according to the word, we don't have to worry about a lot of these things. Do you know that? Instead of just trying to destroy your neighbor, I want you to watch out for him or her. Let's unite. Let's put God first. Let's ask God for direction. We can do it. We did it before. God bless us to do it before, and we can do it again. And I'll leave you with this, Isaiah 53:5. He was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and by his stripes, all 39 of them, you are healed from every disease known to man. We walk by faith and not by sight. God bless you, my brothers and sisters. Whoever or wherever or whoever you are. This is not about race. This is about health and putting God first. God bless you.